Welcome, everyone. I'm here. It is midnight my time, so we are doing a midnight live. You guys are cracking me up. Katie says waiting. I know, Katie. I was thinking the same thing. Miss L says breakfast, and I'm like, we need to go to Miss L's house. All right, guys. So, yeah, can't sleep again. It's getting like I'm almost getting used to it. And while I was sitting here trying to decide whether I was going to go to bed or not, I was talking to a couple of you guys in the Etsy shop, and yeah, we can't sleep, so we just decided we would just get up and do a live. Um, I'm throwing it together a little quickly, but I'm actually created a little bit of a different spread while I was laying there, not being able to sleep. Hi, Mrs. L. Yes, 10:01 in California, Miss L says. So last time I did a live this late, there was actually a lot of people showed up. I was really surprised. So we're gonna do it again and see what happens. I do want to do like a collective spread. This twin flame energy is just really intense. Um, Venus going retrograde is affecting everyone, whether you're on a twin journey or not. Very much has us like reevaluating all of our love relationships. So that can be really intense for a lot of people. I feel like soulmates, if you're in a soulmate relationship, it's probably not going, it's not as difficult for you right now. Soulmate relationships, both parties really always want to match each other's efforts. Hi, Diana. So yeah, I feel like if you're in a soulmate relationship right now, the energy is actually calm, and you're probably very confident about the relationship you're in. If you're in a twin flame journey, it's crazy. It's very up and down. Energy is super intense, very heavy. I keep waiting for it to pass, and I keep thinking, okay, this is it. And then it's not. And like I came home today, guys, and the moon is just as big as it was on the night of the full moon. So it's like this moon is just never ending. It just won't stop. So yeah, I just thought we would jump on and do a little bit of a collective reading. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the state of the relationship. So I want you to think of a person that you're in a relationship with, whatever type of relationship. And remember, there's three different types. You can be in a soulmate relationship, a twin flame relationship, or a karmic relationship. And we're going to look at the state of the relationship, like what is happening right now. I'm so glad you guys could come in. All right, so let's see. I'm using the Heal Yourself reading cards. Look at that. Letting go flipped out all on its own. So definitely the state of the twin journey right now. So I'm kind of sensing like most likely I'm going to be talking to someone who's on a twin flame journey, because that's what's happening very much collectively is letting go. And it's actually the divine masculine. Divine feminine has already kind of let go. I say kind of. You either do or you don't. But I do feel like they've let go of expectations and they've kind of moved on and started following their mission and their purpose. Many of you guys have turned into other tarot readers, healers. You're learning about your own spiritual abilities. So I feel like Divine Feminines already kind of went through the situation. Divine Masculines going through it, and it's just really, really difficult. I really find myself having a lot of compassion for Divine Masculine in the last few weeks. um, I don't know. I feel like I just want to hold everybody's hand. I feel like it's so intense for them. I'm not saying it wasn't intense for Divine Feminine, of course, but it just seems like it's a lot harder for Divine Masculine, the letting go. So not too surprised to see that that is the state of the relationship. All right, so I'm going to clarify, and we're just going to use straight tarot all the way through to the end now. So I'm going to clarify, and I'm going to use, I guess we're using the Witch's Tarot. No, we're not. We're going to use the Rider-Waite. Just the regular, plain Rider-Waite. I'm going to pull two, one for each side. So how is the letting go affecting you? Let's look at that first. Look at that. Five of Cups. It is a loss, a severe loss. The Five of Cups never really, everybody says it's a loss and then they move on to the next card. The Five of Cups, whenever I pull this card, I get really emotional. Sometimes I'll even tear up. It's like someone who's crying a lot, someone who's almost desperate. It's like a really lonely sadness, and it's definitely about a severe loss. The thing about this card, though, is that everybody always talks about how this person never looks at the two cups behind them. They're always just looking at the three spilled cups. They never look at that bridging energy. I mean, that bridge, that's the bridging energy. That's weird. I said that. They never look at the bridge that takes them on to their future. And right now, collectively, if you're on a twin journey, you're definitely on that bridge, in case you guys didn't know. All right, let's do one more for your person. Look at that. The Lovers is coming out. So yeah, strong twin flame. Right? Like I knew like we didn't know that that's what it was going to be, right? But it's just definitely because this release and letting go is happening. There's definitely a sense of loss on both sides. The Lovers is the Gemini. It's very much about a difficult decision that needs to be made. It's not the Two of Cups, guys. The Two of Cups is very much the soulmate card where the two people are trying to offer each other their cup of love. Excuse me. It's like they have mutual effort that they want to give each other. The twin flame journey is just now collectively for our collective is very much kind of coming to a balance now, where both people are now willing to work the journey. Before there was a lot of running, chasing. One person wanted to 1 minute, the next minute they didn't, and back and forth, back and forth. And that's definitely what's happening. The divine masculine has decided. And I know that you're feeling that release and let go. So there's so much confusion. Well, what does that mean? How do they decide if I feel this release and let go? That has to happen. Remember, it had to happen in divine feminine's awakening. It has to happen in divine masculine's awakening. You have to release and let go of all expectation, and you only love the person unconditionally. All right. So now I think I'm going to pull some Lou Allen Tarot. And I want to look at what their needs are. Hi, Jenna. Look, all of you guys are here. That's so awesome. All right. So let's look at what their needs are right now. Wow, the Death card, big Scorpio energy coming straight out. Their needs are there needs to be some sort of massive transformation, which is really what they're going through. I really feel like the card is saying that they need to get through it. I feel like it's saying I'm almost sensing like that Dark Knight energy. It's like they've had enough and they're ready to get out to the other side. It's like this person is going through, definitely coming from like a darker energy, a lower vibrational energy. And it's like I see these dogs running ahead of the horse that the that Death is riding in on. I definitely sense like an urgency, like I'm done with this period. The Knight of Pentacles, there's that wanting to work together. It's like they're ready to go on this journey. It's almost like they need the journey to get moving. And the Magician. So the Magician, strong manifestation. And definitely with this full moon, guys. I definitely sense like there is a collective of divine masculine that's definitely using this full moon to manifest. And I feel like that's very possible. Like, why, if you're actually like feeling yourself being pulled, some of us have been talking about that. I feel like that's definitely what that could be. All right, now I'm going to look at what are your needs. The first card to flip is the Six of Cups. So your needs is reunion. The Six of Cups is about reunion. It's about nostalgia. It's about thinking back on a certain time, a certain period. But it's about coming back together. Ten of Pentacles, contentment. This isn't just happy home, happy family. This is happy everything. It's very much about like new goals. And the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, I feel like a lot of times the Two of Pentacles says that you feel stretched in too many directions. I feel like this is more about make a choice. You want someone or something to make a choice, so that you can just kind of choose and get started. So both sides have this urgency to get moving. That's pretty interesting. All right, so now I want to pull some modern witches tarot and let's see what both sides can do. What actions can they take? What should they do about the situation? Yeah, Diana says so much Scorpio lately. Yes, there has been strong Scorpio. Look at that Lovers card coming out. Do you guys see this? Ooh. Katie says we ran and chased for years and I finally closed that cycle. It was super hard, but I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of all of us, Katie. Collectively, that's what Divine Feminine worked on this year. And I just want to say, with this Venus going retrograde, um, it, many of us worked on it on all year, but there was still something that we were attached. There was still an attachment. It was very much your emotions. It was like you were willing to release everything, and I'm talking to all of us. We were willing to release everything except for this slight bit of emotion. It was like we thought if we released it, then it meant we didn't care, or we didn't have any love for this person, or we weren't holding space for this person. So we just didn't release it. Well, with this Venus going retrograde and this Gemini full moon, very much removing your emotions from the situation so that everyone is able to fully release. So I just want you guys to know that. The Lovers card coming out again. So what's needed over here on this side, which is your person, is very much this decision. This decision is what needed to be made. I feel like the decision has been made because I feel this sense of urgency to get going and get moving. Eight of Pentacles, look at that. Focus, dedication, working hard. Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be about challenges, but I feel like you guys have already went through these challenges. Both parties have already went through these challenges. Both parties have trained for this fight that's ahead now. All right, let's look over on your side. What does Spirit think you need to do? A two can sleep. You need to sleep. The Nine of Swords came out. The Nine of Swords is anxiety, stress, not being able to sleep. It came out right after, before the King of Cups. The King of Cups, you guys know, is my twin flame clue card. You guys have to stop thinking about this. You have to like release control. You have to just release. Let it just be. And I promise on the other side of this situation is union. Once both parties understand what's happening and both parties are wanting to work together, once the dedication and the focus is there, that's union. Now, whether it's 3D union or not, you work towards that. It's not, once you need to start working on your purpose and your mission. And once you start doing that, that's when you start manifesting the things you want in the 3D. So yes, so I feel like your spirit's definitely saying like you're gonna have to just release the control, release the anxiety, stop worrying and stressing. I can feel it, you guys. I can definitely feel it, and I can't sleep. King of Wands is coming out. So that's interesting that there's two kings here. King of Cups is like a counselor, a mentor, someone you trust with your emotions. This is about unconditional love. King of Cups and Queen of Cups is always unconditional love to me. King of Wands, strong Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It's about take action again. Find that passion, find the drive. It's time to get moving. All right. So now I want to pull the Gilded Tarot and see if we can find out what the outcome is. Like, what's going to happen within these next few days? Why has this energy been so intense? We all definitely feel like something is coming. As I was waiting for the midnight to come so I could start the live, I looked down and seen 1122. And it just made me think of all the progressive numbers I've been seeing: 11, 22, 33, 44. Definitely a sense of like something is coming in. Ooh. 10 of Wands comes out. 10 of Wands, exhaustion, stress, heavy burdens. I always get like it's time to lay the burdens down with this card. The Fool, Leap of Faith, and Eight of Cups. So I feel like your person definitely puts the burdens down. It's like they finally realize I don't have to carry this weight on my shoulder anymore. They finally decide to take the leap of faith. And the reason is because they walk away from a situation. And I just want to say the Eight of Cups. I do sense for some of you here, I do sense this is a breakup. So if there's a third party situation, I've definitely been feeling that. But the Eight of Cups, I just want to say, this person doesn't give up on their goals. The goal is still 10 cups. They just understand that the two other cups that are missing are not here, and they have to go somewhere else to find those 2 cups. All right, let's look over on your side. What does Spirit say possible outcome? What's coming? 9 of Wands, not giving up. 9 of Pentacles, independence, confidence, and Knight of Pentacles. It almost sounds like a lot of nines, right? 999. 3 of Swords is on the bottom, healing from this broken heart. But Knight of Pentacles is like someone's bringing you a message. So I definitely sense that. Like, you don't give up, you stand firm, you stand your ground. 9 of Pentacles, you're super confident in the situation. And Knight of Pentacles is like you're super confident that this message is coming in. You're super confident this messenger is coming in. The Knight of Pentacles, it's something long term. All right, guys, I do want to pull a couple Monology Oracle. We'll do one for each side. Like Katie says she saw it too. 1122, 111, 1133. Nice. Yeah. All right, so let's look over on your person's side. We have Hold Your Vision. Wow. This person is determined. There is strong, powerful masculine energy. Finally awakened, finally clear, finally ready to get away from the stress, the burdens, the exhaustion. It's like they're finally ready to start working with the energy instead of working against it. And then let's look on your side. A new start is coming. It's the new moon, guys. This couldn't be any better, right? This reading was beautiful. So, what do you guys think? Miss L says she is not stressing anymore. Guys, please hit that like button for me. I always forget. Super intense energy. I so appreciate you guys going back and watching the after they're posted. I know we can't always make it to the lives. I know we're all in like different locations. But I really do appreciate you guys going back and watching them and commenting. I was actually reading your comments when I realized that it was all of us that can't sleep. I was like, okay, that's it. Let's just do it. So Diana says, made so much sense. I'm glad. I feel like our energies are so Very, very collective right now. I mean, super strong. And like I said, I can totally feel, um, I don't know, I feel the worry. I feel everybody's worry. I feel like everybody's stressed, um, including my own guys. It's not just you guys. Like I'm definitely in there with you. It's super odd for me because I really thought I was a little bit further in my journey. And spirit's definitely like it's been a humbling year, let's just say that. So yeah, it's really interesting to feel all this energy collectively with all of you guys. But yeah, big things are happening. I knew it was happening because I follow the astrology and I kind of knew from like the end of last year that this was going to happen at the end of this year. And so I've been watching it all year. And as I've been watching it, I'm seeing that like it's happening. Like it's been, each little step's been coming through. And it's just, I don't know, it just blows my mind to be able to see it all, like coming to fruition, I guess you could say. And I just want to say, in case you guys don't know, all the work you're doing, like everything you do, all the healing work. I know you guys have seen that card message that I made that said, everything you're doing to heal is helping me. Thank you. I've always felt that, like from the divine masculine side. And I've always felt like everything that we do collectively, like when my twin works on his spiritual situations, it definitely helps me and boosts me and motivates me and picks my energy up. And I feel like whenever we are doing the same thing, it definitely helps them, boosts them, gives them more confidence. You see what I mean? So yeah, it's been super interesting. Hi, G. Miss L says astral traveling for me. Nice. Miss L, I'm still very chicken about those things. I know that I do, but I don't question it or I don't really like think too much on it. But I know, like, have you guys ever like you sleep and you finally get sleep, but you wake up tired or you wake up like extremely exhausted? Yeah, that's me. That's what happens. Like I just wake up super tired. But I'll have like not just thoughts of what happened, but like I can actually feel things and sometimes even smell things, depending on where I was at. But yeah, yes. Katie, you do go. I realized and I learned I was reading oh, I can't remember what book that was. I was reading this one spiritual book earlier in the beginning of the beginning of the this year, that was talking about astral traveling, and it talked about how we all do it. And it just talks about it gives like a couple of stories about these older people that later in life they realized that they were doing it, and as they were doing it and becoming more comfortable like talking about it and exploring it, they realized they'd been doing it all their life, like since they were a child. And so that happens to so many people. I'm one of those people that like I don't believe in coincidence. Once so many people have the same story, then that's the way it is. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so yeah, Miss L says it's in the Bible. Absolutely, it is actually. Yes, knowledge is power. Definitely, Miss L. When I first started going through this journey, I was so terrified. I doubted every decision I made. I didn't want to do anything, talk to anybody, show anybody anything, kept everything to myself. Just would not open up anything. And it's like once I started reading and learning about it, I realized that I wasn't the only one. And that alone really gives you a lot of power and a lot of confidence. It's like once you realize. And so when I was thinking about starting the channel, I was really guided and, I feel like I was told to start the channel. I definitely knew that, like, yeah, I knew that this collective would grow and I knew that we would all kind of be experiencing these situations together. So, yeah. And look at us all here at 12:24 a.m. We're missing Kiki. It was so funny. She was at the last one, at the last live, and I think she's out in Hawaii. So I just thought it was funny because she was like telling us what time it was there, and it was only like 8 something, and I was like, "Where is she at? Out in the middle of the ocean?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, duh." So, Miss L, what did you make for breakfast? I seen you guys commenting about how it sounded good. Every time Miss L talks about food, it sounds good. And guys, I totally can't sleep. Don't have anything to do. So if you want a reading, just let me know. I totally agree, Miss L. I think you and I are very like-minded. I think we're all collectively very like-minded. And I also think we all look alike, which I think is weird. It's actually kind of odd because it seems like there's two groups. So some of us are like tanner, darker skinned, darker hair, dark eyes. And then the other half is like a lighter brown or like a sandy blonde, and light colored eyes. So it's really weird how collectively we all look the same. I don't have any problem looking into the karmic. I did stop doing that myself. And I'm just gonna tell you honestly, Katie, I don't mind doing it, but I I feel like I don't mind looking at anybody's like anything. I feel like if spirit shows it to me, then it's part of something that I needed to know. If I'm trying to look into somebody's energy and it's not something I need to know, spirit won't show it to me. A bunch of weirdo cards that don't make no sense will come out. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I know some people do, and they're like, oh, well, if that person doesn't give me permission, if God doesn't give me permission, he'll let me know. I promise you. I'm not worried about that person. You know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, like I don't have any issue looking into the karmic. But I stopped doing it because um just honestly from my own personal journey, it got to where I would have just feel so bad for my twin. Like it was always a disappointment. I keep waiting. I keep sending unconditional love. I keep hoping that the people like get better and treat people better, and it does nothing changes. And so I just got really frustrated, and I was just like, look, the wheel of fortune in reverse. Nothing changes. So yeah, I stopped doing that. Definitely. Diana says just a bunch of sisters. Miss Tina, I know, is sleeping. She wasn't feeling too good earlier. But I always call her my soul sister. So yeah, it's definitely soul family. Miss L's got omelet with grilled mushrooms, onion, spinach, sausage patties. Nice. Grilled mushrooms, onions, and spinach. Oh my. And I'm weird. I like cooking spinach. Like I just like watching it cook down. All right, Katie, let's pull some cards on the karmic. Let's do a collective karmic and see if spirit thinks we need to know anything. Start with the heal yourself reading cards. Don't laugh because we shouldn't be mean and we're supposed to be sending unconditional love, but I totally just saw the victim consciousness card. We have soulmate coming out. So let's see what it says. And cycles is on the bottom. All right. So here's another theory of something that I learned. I'm not sure if I buy it just quite yet, but I've already said it like 2 or 3 times in a couple of different videos. So I need to like look at that Two of Swords. I need to make a decision. But I was reading, and one of the things I was reading was a post on my blog site on another tarot reader, and she's talking about how like if we have a karmic relationship, then we are that person's karmic also. That's kind of interesting, right? What do you guys think about that? That Two of Swords come back out again. So the soulmate card, of course, is throwing me off. It's very possible that they feel they're on a soulmate relationship or they're wanting a soulmate relationship. I feel like it's something they're wanting because it looks like she's very solid and he's not. It's like she's there and he's not. They could be feeling like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. With the Five of Swords coming out, I'm not really too surprised to see that because there's been a lot of disagreements in these karmic relationships, a lot of fighting and arguments. And look at all the sword energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I just want to say my karmics fit into those categories, just saying. But Knight of Swords, definitely bringing a message of freedom, liberation. The Knight of Swords to me is what I say, I call it the breakup card. And guys, like I am not that person that is like, oh, I'm so glad this is happening. No, I'm not. I definitely feel this. So, yeah, send unconditional love to all parties involved. So Miss L says true. She agrees. We are lessons. Okay, so it's weird for me to think that I was someone's karmic at some point, but I can definitely see how that would be a situation where that is the thing. So when you are in a karmic relationship, it's believed that both parties are karmics. You're learning something, a very tough lesson, and you're both learning it from each other. All right, Diana says, if you'd want to pull a card or two for me, I would love that. So let's see what Spirit has to say to Diana. Look at that, Diana. This is definitely what we're all being told to do collectively. It's like a push. It says, discover your life's purpose. It's number 29. The nature always sticks out to me with this card because I used to live in Colorado. And you actually seen things like this. Like in the card, it looks like almost like a fantasy, like it's something that really wouldn't exist. There is like a spirit in the background. I think I'm coming down with a cold, guys. Have mercy. Kentucky weather. But there's mountains, snow-capped mountains, the pine trees, more mountains, and then like this beautiful waterfall. So definitely makes me feel there's more than one spirit. I never noticed that before around the waterfall. Um, but it makes me feel like it's back home feeling. But anyway, discover your life's purpose. The music always sticks out to me, like the violin. It definitely could have something to do with music. Here collectively, we've been hearing a lot of the same songs. That's weird, right, guys? Most of you guys that are in here right now, Miss L says potheads in Colorado. Well, they're starting to be everywhere, Miss L. But yeah, like we were listening to the radio, whether we were in our car. Some of you had your like Pandora or whatever music subscription you had on, and we were all hearing the same song. So I feel like that's pretty interesting that music has been really, really powerful this last few weeks. I listen to music all the time. But yeah, the last few weeks, I would say, super powerful. All right, then let's see what comes out for discover your life's purpose. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords says you have to take yourself away from a chaotic situation. You have to leave the drama behind and move to calmer waters. You have the Two of Pentacles, and I just want to say, this is discover your life's purpose. It's very possible that I just read that wrong, because that is the meaning of the card, but it's very possible too because I just recently learned that this is a guide. So your purpose could have something to do with guiding people to safety. So that's really interesting. And I'm almost getting like maybe like battered woman shelter or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's super interesting. Two of Pentacles very much is about feeling stretched in too many directions. It's very possible that you have two different ideas that you want to do or two different purposes you need to work on, or you just need to make a decision. Oh, look at that. A partnership. And that is that soulmate card. You know how I always say the Two of Cups is the soulmate card? So definitely sensing a partnership. I'm almost getting like If you want or looking for a partnership or soulmate relationship, you need to leave the chaotic situation behind you and move towards your purpose. Like choose your purpose. All right, let's pull a guidance. Let's do a moonology because we are doing this longest moon ever. The moon is still shining outside, guys. Like it's huge. All right, so let's see what else Spirit has to say for Diana. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. That's so interesting, right? The Six of Swords, I said, felt like you're taking someone like, like women, children, safety. Super weird. I hope that was helpful. Diana says listening to Adele right now. Sometimes I was totally thinking about playing music on this one and just deleting it. But every time I do that, something happens and someone will be like asking me a question about a reading on one of the ones that I deleted. And I'm like, I really need to stop deleting them. I love listening to music though. Here lately, you guys have me listening to that EDM music, that electronic stuff. It is very upbeat. It definitely keeps me working and moving. I'm really old, I don't know, like old fashioned in the music. I listen to like a lot of older music. I like weird stuff like Nina Simone. Do you guys know who Nina Simone is? I love her. She's like an old jazzy, bluesy singer from like I would say maybe in the 70s. Oh, what kind of surgery was it, Diana? I listened to Upchurch. Do you guys know who Upchurch is? You probably don't know who Upchurch is because he's very much more local. I live in the Nashville area. I'm in Kentucky, but I'm very close to Nashville, and that's definitely like where he's from. My oldest son, Patrick, he's like they'd probably be around the same age. He's going to be a little bit older than Patrick, but Patrick is about 20. He's about 25, and he just very much. I would say like maybe Patricia's maybe 30, early 30s. But he's been singing for quite some time. So yeah, in the local area, he's pretty popular, and it's weird because I don't know. I'm like middle aged. Hispanic lady listening to this white rapper guy. So people look at me funny, like when it's loud in my car. Oh, Katie knows who Upchurch is. Awesome. My favorite song, the Fallen song. I don't know if you've heard that particular one. The Bells, of course, because it talks about how his mom used to read tarot in the bathroom. My oldest son sent me that, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. Yeah, so I definitely listened to some Upchurch. Wow, Diana, that sounds extensive. So definitely sending you love and light for you and your family. And how nice of you to be able to help them, with the kids and whatnot. So that's super awesome. I like Lady Gaga. You guys like Lady Gaga? Everybody thinks she's crazy. I think she's amazing. And I totally watched the movie and I totally cried throughout almost the whole thing. Oh, you'll have to. I'll send it to you, Katie. I'll send it to you on the Etsy. Definitely. You have to listen to that song. It's beautiful. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Diana says, I love Gaga. Did you watch the movie? She has a new movie out. I seen where it's about like the Italian mob. I don't think it's quite out yet. But the Star is Born song, yeah, the movie, the song I said. But yeah, the movie was, yeah, that was intense. I can't remember the song, but one of the songs that we were all talking about where we kept hearing the same songs, I can't remember which one it was. I'll always remember us this way. I think that was it. That was the song a couple of weeks ago where we're all listening and we were all hearing the same song. Right after that, it was the Lynch guy. I can't remember his first name, but he sings that Cowboys and Angels song. So everybody was doing that one, which I thought was pretty interesting for me personally. But yeah, it always creeps me out when like something happens in my own journey. And then you guys come in and you're like, hey, this thing just happened to me. And I'm like, oh, whoa. The Shallow song. That is the one, isn't it, Katie? Yes, definitely. It's so weird how, I don't know, like I feel like I've gotten so much past this part of this journey. But I'm definitely sensing like the collective longing. You know what I mean? When I first started the journey, like before I understood about oneness and before I understood about the one soul and the lifetime after lifetime, I always missed, um, my twin. Always, always, always. Like no matter what was happening, it didn't matter if there was contact or no contact. It just didn't. I was just always in this missing mode. It was super weird. And I don't know, it took a few years, something happened. I couldn't even really tell you what exactly. Um, and it just kind of went away. Like I learned about oneness. I learned about being the connection. It was when the release, like when my release happened, like when I released expectation. And the feeling was still there, the energy was still there, and I realized that like this isn't gonna go away. It doesn't stop. There's no such thing as cord cutting. I don't agree with that. I just don't believe it. I mean, I know some people do and they try it and they think it works, but it definitely comes back. And then, if it worked, they wouldn't have come back. But yeah, so once all that kind of situation happened, that longing feeling went away. And I didn't have that anymore. Instead of that feeling, it was more replaced with this connected feeling, like it was always there. Um, but here in the last, I would say seriously, through this 11 11, the 12 12 through 12 21, through this whole time right now, that feeling has definitely been back and it's like times 10. So that's why I keep saying, like, I have so much compassion for Divine Masculine because, yeah, I remember that feeling and it was awful. Oh, Katie, yes, yes, that does happen. Yes, many of us, it's really difficult. It's really difficult for me. I've definitely moved on in my journey. So it's really weird for me to have these types of like missing something that I know I already have. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's super odd. And then there's almost a little bit of guilt, and I don't like using that word because I don't feel like we should wait for anybody ever. I think spirit brings certain people in our life for us to love those people, and they're in our life at that time for a particular reason. So yeah, I don't feel like we should be hiding from anyone or not moving forward or waiting for anyone. I think you can hold space and still move forward. And yeah, it's been really difficult for me because I keep feeling that energy. And the first few days, honestly, I tell you guys all the time that it's your person, it's your person. Like when you don't understand why your emotions are a certain way, it definitely could be your person. And that happened to me, and I wasn't understanding. Like it took me a good minute to realize, oh wait, this isn't me. Yes, I would say mine was 2018, Miss L. 2018, I really dove into the books, started doing the research. 2019 also. Yeah, yeah. I feel like if we sat here and talked longer, we would totally see that collectively, we've kind of been on the same journey, kind of been on the same path, just different people in different places. But I'd say we are all definitely learning the same types of lessons. Yeah. When did you guys meet your twin? Like, I bet when we look at this, or like you might not have met your twin. I understand that some of us have not. Some of them have not even incarnated in this lifetime. I understand that now. I didn't used to. But let me know, like, if you have met your twin in the 3D, when was it? Because I'll say this too. I feel like that's a very collective time also. And mine was 2015 on the day of my birthday on 2015. That's another thing is you'll notice that when you did meet your twin, it'll be on a really specific day. It might not necessarily be on your birthday like it was mine, but it'll be on an important day or a special day, something like that. Wow, Katie, super ahead of us. Look at that. Met mine in the fall of 2009. Interesting. Miss L, that is super awesome. Look at that. Katie says met at school and met before his birthday. Holy smokes. I'm sure it was, Miss Al. I'm sure it was. When let's see, well, the first I can't remember when it was, but when I first opened the Etsy shop, I did a reading where I felt like the person, it wasn't their twin. But I've always felt like that's not really up to me to tell people. It's really up to you to decide, because I could do something wrong or say something wrong, and I could really cause a lot of delay. And so I just don't do that. If people ask if it's their twin, I tell them it's up to them. I'm just not going to answer that. Like, I don't even pull cards for it because, again, I could see something wrong or, just misuse a word and cause a severe delay. So yeah, like I won't pick. But um, when I first got I would say 20 readings in my Etsy shop. That particular reading where I was getting ready to tell this person that I didn't think, well, wasn't going to tell them, but I was telling myself that I didn't think this person was on a twin journey. Um, I got like 3 or 4 orders in a row, Miss L. Like, again, I don't believe in coincidence. 3 or 4 orders in a row, where all the people did not or had not met them in the 3D. So I just want to say, again, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. These people that came into the Etsy shop, I always tell you guys when you get readings, like I probably don't tell you guys anymore because you guys are all the OGs, right? Like you guys have been with me since like the beginning. So, but I used to tell you guys that, um, I'm so sorry, I totally lost it. I almost totally lost it earlier, but I remembered. But we all have like synchronicities, things in common. I see things like when you order, I'll see like your birthday might be like my twin's birthday, or even like my soulmate's birthday, or even like my sister's birthday, or you guys might live in a state where my karmic lives in, or maybe you live in a state that my twin was born. You see what I'm saying? Like it's all stuff like that, and I notice it. And all these people that came in collectively, this group that came in that had not met their twin in the 3D all had those same signs that showed me like they were drawn to me for a reason. So yeah, I learned really quickly, um, and really humbly that not everyone has met their twin in the 3D. All right, guys, we're almost to an hour. I'm so glad I found you guys. I'm so glad I listened. I didn't listen for a long time. Like 6 months, I kept saying, no, I'm not going to do that. Birds and working with water. Wow, that is so weird, Miss L. Ooh, the goosebumps. I met working with water. I met my yeah, I started my journey at on this lake at a marina. Go ahead, Miss L, ask. The birds kind of throwing me off because I never noticed birds before. But here lately, in the last, I would say 6 months to a year, I've been noticing a lot of birds. And guys, I've been learning like the blackbirds, like the really big, creepy ones. Like, I don't know if that means something. But yeah, like I see a lot of like what are they called ravens, I think. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of those, and sometimes it kind of creeps me out, but on the other hand, it's kind of cool because they're so like magnificent and powerful and big, and yeah, yeah, that's super weird that you said that, Miss L. Yeah, I very much on the lake at a marina. Yeah, wow. And I love the lake. I love the water. Like every time I go, um, it makes me feel better. I can be having like a really crappy day, and I just go to the lake. I don't even have to fish. I love to fish, but I don't have to fish. I can just drive by, smell the water, and it's like I'm good. It's like like a boost of something, like a vitamin B shot or something. You know what I mean? And I can just keep going. Oh, you're gonna have to pick one, Miss L. Oh no, she said she wanted two. All right, we'll pull two different sides. Crows, that's what they are. Crows. Miss L, aren't crows the big black birds that everybody's like creeped out about? Yeah, like Miss Tina is totally creeped out by it. Like every time she sees one, she's like, "Oh, those nasty birds." And I read about them, and actually, thank God we have them because they clean all the nasty out of the world. That's like their job. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of them. You want to do a yes or no? All right, we'll use the rider weight. And Miss Tina has hummingbirds, Diana. She has two hummingbirds that she always sees. Oh, guys, Junior's messaging me. I missed it. Oh, they are doing their overtime again tonight. That's why I'm up too. I mean, his alarm's going off at 11:30. I'm like, yeah, I can totally make it. All right, let's pull two. He's so sweet. He said we made it. Okay. I hope your live is going well. I miss him so much when he's not here. And it's so funny. He tries to be so helpful when we're doing the lives, but guys, it's so funny. I don't know, like the one we did earlier today. We're getting ready to do it, right? And we're leaving the mics on instead of turning them off because I keep forgetting to turn the mic back on. So like today we're leaving it on. As soon as I hit the live button, he dropped this big metal can. So if you guys hear that noise, that's Junior. He is so sweet. The kindest heart I have ever come across. All right, Miss L, let's do a quick yes or no. I tell you what, guys, when I'm struggling, like in the last couple of weeks, when I'm struggling with that longing feeling that I clearly thought I was over. I definitely feel like it's the masculine energy. It's just so strong that we're feeling it. I use the example of they're having all these tower moments, and like the tower is crumbling and the pieces are falling over on our side. I definitely feel like that. But when I do feel like that, it's easier for me to know that I'm on my path, and it's because Junior is here with me. I can't express to you guys how this happens, like how many people have done this, like how many people have went through this journey, and really alchemized, really turned it into a positive situation, really grew spiritually and found their spiritual partner, their spiritual balance partner. Um, yeah, very much manifesting a soulmate, and a forever soulmate. This isn't something, well, all soulmates are forever soulmates. I always say that, guys, forever soulmate. All your soulmates are forever soulmates. All right, Michelle, quick yes or no. What was the first one? Let's do twin. Who will be in person and who will be online? Twin next year. I don't like picking the times, Miss Owl. I feel like spirit tells us when it's time. We have to learn about divine timing, and part of that means that like we're not really gonna get like a specific date. All right. Wow, the Hierophant came out, and the Victory, 4 swords, and this one. All right, Miss L. Your question, the first one that I asked that I was going with here, was will I, where is it at? Meet my twin flame online or in person, and will my soulmate be online or in person? So that's the questions that I asked. The first one was the twin. The Hierophant comes out as a massive major arcana. Again, bringing the 5D down to the 3D, and look at that victory card. So I'm going to say that you're going to meet your twin in person. And then over here, it's you asked, soulmate be online or in person. It's like you're having to fight something off, Miss L, before you can have a soulmate. 4 of Swords, very much resting, laying your swords down. But 7 of Wands, very much protecting yourself, defending yourself, standing your ground. So I feel like the soulmate energy, look, the Strength card coming out, strong Leo energy. It's like you're having to take care of some sort of situation. Look at this, 8 of Pentacles. You're having to work really hard towards something, when I ask about the soulmate. But Twin Flame comes out strong, Hierophant, and 6 of Wands, victory. Well, none of us do, Miss L, and that's why you have to heal the situation, which you're doing it. That's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. I don't want to talk about anybody's personal situation, but I want you guys all to know that collectively, all of us in here, all of you guys that come to the lives, all of you guys that have been with me since the beginning, you guys are doing the things, Miss L. You know how I say the things doing the things? You guys are definitely doing the things. Many of you came to me a year ago, distraught, not knowing what to do, not sure about your path, scared to make a decision, having a lot of self doubt. And in the last year, I've watched you guys grow to be these beautiful, strong, amazing spiritual beings, out here doing the things. Everybody's been doing it at different times, of course. Everybody's on a different journey. Some people go quick, some people take longer. But yeah, everybody's doing the things. And I think I don't know about this. I'm just gonna go based on my journey. I think that that spirit really we can try to manifest all we want. Believe me, I did. Um, I don't think that spirit allows the soulmate in until you've healed your soul. I honestly believe that. I really had to come to, I really was this person that wasn't very spiritual. I was one of those people that said, well, if there's a God, then how come all this happens? You know what I mean? I was that person. My children always went to church. I never wanted to like deny them of any type of, anything. If they asked questions, I did my best to find answers. But no, I was not very religious or spiritual. Have since, I just want to say, I have since learned the difference between religion and spirituality. There's a massive difference there. But I never went anywhere for a long period of time until I started my spiritual awakening. And then I did find a small church that I did start going to. I always say that I never understood why the other people came to church on Sunday, because I would have a question or two throughout the week. I would write it down in my little, Sunday journal. I would go to church on Sunday morning, and then like God would answer my question. And I would just look around like this room full of people. I'm like, did they all have the same question? Like, why are they here? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I realized that I didn't have to be in that building. You see what I mean? To do the same thing. So yeah, we all went through this kind of journey. We've all kind of been taking the same steps, and like working down the same path. And very much when the acceptance happens, when the release happens, when the expectation is done, when you realize that there's no disconnect, you can't leave, it's always going to be this way. This person didn't have all these weird things. I almost said a curse word. That's so weird. This person didn't have like all these weird things happen, and you didn't have all these weird things happen for no reason. You see what I'm trying to say? So once I learned and realized all that, that brought me a lot of healing, a lot of a massive heart chakra healing, where I was able to open my heart back up, to receive love, believe that somebody would love me and take care of me and want to be with me. It took a long time to get there, guys. But once I did, ta-da! It's like he was just walked in and he was there the whole time. That's the greatest part, is that he, Junior was part of our soul tribe, and he's been there the whole time. Doing the things. Yes, Miss Al, we are definitely all doing the things. Yes, Katie, I would say you've been with me for most of the year. Miss L, I want to say was like early March, maybe February. Um, Katie, actually, there was another, I don't remember, Katie, if you remember, you helped that one lady, I can't remember who it was, um, be able to understand her reading, or I can't remember if like there was a problem with her hearing, or something, but I just remember you doing that, Katie, and I just thought that was the sweetest thing, for you to go out of your way to do that. I would say out of everyone in here, Diana is going to be the newest, and even Diana has been with us for quite some time. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm yawning. I think I'm gonna get off here. We stayed on for over an hour. I hope you guys can get some sleep. I hope you guys have a little bit more of an understanding of what's happening. And I hope you guys really, really understand that you're not alone. We are all here. We are all going through all of this collectively. Oh, Katie says, yeah, she remembers it was last December. Look at that. Yes, it's been a minute, but we're definitely doing the things. Thank you, Miss Al. Thank you guys for joining me so late. I love all of you guys. I'm sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey every day, all the time. Just want you guys to know. Thank you. I'm so glad. I enjoy doing them. It definitely makes me feel better. A lot of times the energy gets super heavy, and it's difficult to keep pushing and keep going. But really, you guys definitely help me keep doing that. I know that it helps my twin, so I definitely keep pushing. But it also it does help to know that you guys are all out there. And I just want to bring us all like collectively together. I wish there was like one big room and we could all go there and see each other and just understand that we're not alone, because I think that's the worst part of this journey, is when we feel alone, like we're just by ourselves, and it's just definitely not the case. There's so many twin flames, and we can totally pull from that energy, from that strength, from that power. Eventually, I'm going to teach us all how to do that. All right, ladies, I'm going to get off here. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Thank you for coming in and joining me. And I will see all of you very, very soon. Etsy store. I am a little bit behind. So if you guys have gotten a reading and it was due today, you will receive it in the morning. All right, guys. Have a good night.